Good morning, everybody. It's time for another episode of Sign Carvers of the Day, or SCOTDs for short. In case you're brand new to the channel, I know we've got a lot of new people. This is where you send me pictures of your projects that you've done, freehand carving signs, and we feature them on our channel for you. This group will be November 28th through December 21st of 2023. So we're still running a couple months behind. So if you guys have sent me pictures between those dates, then they should be in this group. So keep track of when you send me pictures of your projects, and then that way you can always go back and find out what episode your picture shows up on. Let's get started on this. Here we go. First we have CJ. This one's really cool. CJ made this for an owner of a tree service for letting him look through his wood pile. So that is a great idea if you have local lumber yards or places that has wood that you might use for signs or other projects. Make them a sign as a kind of maybe a trade for letting you look through their scrap pile. Next we have James Foster, very first sign, and this is pretty impressive. For a first sign, James, you did a terrific job holding a great line. It's got a nice balance to it. I love the image, the Texas image on there. Terrific job, man. I hope you're enjoying it. Next we have Guy Fagerman. Guy's been with us for a while. This is 11.5 by 30, and it looks like it just fits that door. So you got some neat artwork on there, some really nice painting, throwing some color in there. Great job, Guy. I'm sure they love it down at the hall. William Middlecoff. This is one of William's very first sign, and it's got a cute little cat cartoon on it. Nice shape on there. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having fun, William. Keep it up, man. Next we have Mike Rowell. Mike's been with us for a while, makes really, really nice signs. This one is interesting because it developed a crack right down the middle of the sign. If you look real close, you can see it. But what he did was he secured it from the back with some hardware. I believe he filled the middle crack with some epoxy, and it kind of made it stand out. I think it really gives it some character. Great job, Mike. Next we have Dominic Spinelli. This one is really cool. Looks like it's done on a piece of plywood and burnt the edges, got all kinds of different artwork on there. I just think this came out terrific, and that's a perfect material to use for a theme of a Harry Potter sign. Terrific job, Dominic. I absolutely love this one. Used the carving liner a lot on this one because there's so much detail. This one is our buddy Rod Hall. Rod did an amazing job using our stencil, the Good Things stencil, and put it on a heart shape, and I just think this one is phenomenal. Terrific job, Rod. Absolutely love it. I love all that background and the shape. Man, you knocked it out of the park, buddy. Next one is from Kenny Kayek. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Kenny. Did a bunch of the love signs. These are his very first signs. Kenny, you killed it, man. That looks terrific. Those will be super popular with the pet owners. Keep it up, man. Next we have Elizabeth Del Vecchio. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am. Very first sign, a huge welcome sign. And man, for a very first sign, you did a terrific job. Looks great. Keep up the great work. I love it. Next we have Kyle Kochenauer. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Kyle. This is a stove cover for his mother-in-law. Very first sign using our bits, and he loves them. I bet your mother-in-law loves that stove cover. Great job, Kyle. Mike Create. Great last name. I like it. Very first sign, looked like you used some pine. That might even be plywood. I can't tell for sure, but a very first sign from Mike. Terrific job, Mike. I hope you're enjoying it and having fun. Next we have Joe McGraw. Joe's been with us a long time. So he made this for a friend, and Joe did the carving, and Joe's wife did the paint on the honey jar. Great collaboration between Joe and his wife. Terrific sign. I really love it. I think it looks terrific. It looks like he's maybe got a stain on the wood, but it looks fantastic. Great job, Joe. Next we have Glenn Terry, and these are mileage signs for a customer. If you're an old TV fan of the MASH show. They had something like this in the middle of their courtyard there where they had mileage signs for a lot of different places, and so this is kind of emulating that. And these are made out of cedar pickets. Terrific job, Glenn. Love it, buddy. Next we have Chris Castile, and this one is really cool. In fact, I've got a couple pictures on this. So he made this archery rack to hold his bow, or maybe his or Braden, to hold a bow and a dozen arrows. And so the two different pictures, normally I don't do two pictures, but it was kind of necessary on this one so you could see how it was actually constructed. What a great idea. I love it. Terrific job, Chris. I'm sure whoever Braden is really loves it. Man, this is really neat. Great idea. Next we have Kim Oceanbine. So Kim made this from an old cabinet, a Merry Christmas sign, and looks like it's oak. I can't tell for sure, but Kim, as always, you did a terrific job. Love it. Next we have Steve Graham. And Steve and his daughter, CK, made this sign. This is their first sign, and this is for a new store in San Marcos, Texas. Gave this to the store manager, and he loved it. So this is a great idea for somebody that you might do business with. Make them a business sign. You don't have that much in material and or labor in it, and that could go a long ways to having them promote your business and what you're doing. So I think this is a great idea. Great job, Steve and CK. Next we have Scott Bennett, and made this for his in-laws for Christmas. That's our Rooted in Christ stencil, and looks really good. I love the way you mix the red and the black together, Scott. Looks really, really nice. Next we have Chris Stoddart from Nova Scotia. This is very first sign. This is an 1.5 inch thick maple, and it's 8 foot long. Wow, for a first sign, that is spectacular. And it's live edge. Absolutely beautiful, Chris. I'm sure everybody absolutely loves it. It looks fantastic, and you've got some nice artwork on there. You obviously have a knack for this. For being your first sign, that's pretty incredible. Next we have JC Story, second sign ever. A fantastic job, man. And this is on pine with golden oak stain. I love this type of sign. It has a really neat look to it from a landscape standpoint, and could be a big seller. A lot of deer hunters and outdoor enthusiasts would love this. Great job, JC. Last we have Brian Smith, and this is a Christmas gift, and obviously not selling this, but great job on the Broncos logo, man. Looks terrific. I'm sure they loved it. So there we go, guys. There's 20 more SCOTDs, sign carvers of the day. If you guys have projects that you want to send me, be sure and email them to me, eric@makeawoodsign.com. Remember, because I get so many pictures, we run so far behind, only one picture per month per person. I get a lot of motivation from these. I hope you guys do too. Thanks again for watching, guys. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.